In today's show, if history repeats, then we're looking at a $430,000 Bitcoin price during this next bull run. That's right, according to popular crypto analyst Crypto Bull, if Bitcoin is to repeat its performance over the past bull run, Bitcoin price could end up at $430,000 by the end of next year. As you can see right here in this graph, I'll be breaking this down for you right here in today's show. Also, in today's episode, was this the best weekly close for Bitcoin since 20K? We'll be discussing it, and I'll be sharing 5 Bitcoin price factors to watch out for this week. Also, in today's episode, Goldman Sachs says gold will hit $2,300 by 2022. But what do they have to say about Bitcoin? I'll be breaking this down for you here in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the major altcoins are surging once again. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, be sure to smash that link right below the video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, and let's kick it off by diving into today's top story of the day. So let's start by taking a long, deep drag from this Bitcoin Hopium Bong. You ready? Inhale. Hold it. And exhale. All right, here we go. From evaluating past performance, a popular crypto proponent noted that Bitcoin could moon to $430,000 by the end of next year in 2021. Now, although history is not a precise indicator for future price developments, a popular crypto analyst made a compelling forecast showing that if the Bitcoin price repeats its 2016-2017 bull run with the same percentage increases, it will end up at $430,000 in 2021. That's right. Check this out. Taking a look at this tweet from Crypto Bull on Crypto Twitter, found the target, and let's break this down. Bitcoin was at $420. Every herbalist is dream number, by the way. Happy 420, just saying. Then it increased 4,600% from the time of the 2016 halving to the end of 2017, peaking at almost $20,000. Now, if this was to happen again and we increased 4,600% from about 9,400, which is about where we're currently at, we could expect a $430,000 Bitcoin price by the end of 2021. Now, if this gets your attention and excites you, let me know in the comments right down below. Now, Crypto Bull, as you can see, has 155,000 followers, and taking a look at some of the responses to this prediction, that's 4,600%. Way less than the previous pump, which was way less than the one before. And then we had a comment here, agreed and was looking for this comment, but we've never had a bull run during a global pandemic. We're getting adoption and everyone's starting to catch on that fiat is a scam. I see so many normies now asking where to buy crypto and metals. I'm excited to see where this takes us. And I agree, there couldn't be a worse time for the US dollar, so hedges against the US dollar and inflation, such as precious metals, silver, gold, and crypto, hence why it's booming. A part of the big reason why it's booming so much, people have lost trust in their central banking system, which has thrown us overboard decades ago. Just saying. So, according to the popular crypto analyst Crypto Bull, if Bitcoin is to repeat its performance over the past bull run, it could end up at $430,000. Now, let me throw out there, history doesn't necessarily repeat, but what if history rhymed? What if we only went up 1,000% from this bull run? Then we're still talking about a 10x return, which would put the Bitcoin price close to $100,000. So we don't necessarily need to climb another 4,600% on this run. However, it may happen, so I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments right down below. He based his views on previous multi-year cycles. Bitcoin reached the top in late 2013 at above 1,000 before it entered a bearish market for the next 2.5 years. It finally managed to break above the long resistance in mid-2016, and in doing so, began one of its most impressive bull runs in its relatively short history. In the next year and a half, Bitcoin went from $420 to an all-time high of nearly $20,000 in the December of 2017. How many of you were around back then? If you were, drop me a comment below. It was a very Merry Christmas, to say the least. This equaled a surge of approximately 4,600% after the parabolic price increase of 2017/2018. Bitcoin went again into a negative spiral for about 2.5 years. Talking about a crypto winter. Crypto Bull pointed out that it broke out of resistance after it conquered 9,400 a few weeks ago. As such, since the two scenarios appear identical so far, another similar increase of 4,600 will take the asset to a record of $430,000. Now, is this too far-fetched? I want you to really think about it. We do have tremendous institutional demand, which did not exist back in 2017. The market is more mature. We have decentralized finance leading the Ethereum surge. We have Ethereum 2.0 launch set for later this year. Actually, it's supposed to start rolling out later this month of August. We have investors like Paul Tudor Jones, who recently allocated 2% of his investment portfolio into the king of all crypto. We're talking the sum of hundreds of millions of dollars. We have the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust purchasing more Bitcoin, which is actually being mined right now. We have banks embracing crypto and now wanting to store and hold your Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. We have PayPal talking about embracing crypto, which has a user base of over 300 million users. We're talking about Visa and major companies all embracing cryptocurrency as well. So I feel it's that time. This is a very special time. So it would not surprise me if we literally had a 4,000% run on this bull run. Is that to be expected or likely? I don't think so, but is it a possibility? Abso-freaking-lutely. Now, my personal prediction is by the end of next year, I feel the Bitcoin price will be hovering at around $80,000. Then I feel the first quarter of 2022 is when we'll break that 6-digit valuation for the Bitcoin price. But what if we surged another 4,000% and Bitcoin price was $430,000 by the end of next year? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. Now, per Crypto Bull's chart, Bitcoin could reach 430,000 in late 2021. Now, perhaps this sounds a bit far-fetched to most now since Bitcoin just entered the low 5-figure price range. Additionally, with over 18.5 million Bitcoins mined by then, this would skyrocket the asset's total market cap to almost $8 trillion. This will place Bitcoin very close to current gold's market cap of over $10 trillion. Now, obviously, if Bitcoin flipped on the gold market cap, we can expect close to $1 million Bitcoin price, or at least $500,000. So I don't feel 430,000 is that far-fetched with an $8 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. Now, although such an outcome appears questionable, to say the least, several other signs suggest that the first ever crypto has indeed entered a bull run, which could take it to a 6-digit price territory. A well-known crypto YouTuber recently brought several reasons why Bitcoin could surge in value in the next few years. Now, interestingly, he acknowledged breaking above the same resistance at $9,400 and added Bitcoin's monthly cycles, the famous stock-to-flow model, which predicts a Bitcoin price of $288,000 between the years of 2020 and 2024, the hodling mentality among investors, and the Puell multiple metric. Ultimately, he's been more modest about his prediction, but asserted that Bitcoin could reach $100,000 by late 2022. Let me know when you feel Bitcoin will reach a 6-digit valuation. Drop me a comment right down below. And before I break down this next story of the day and I share with you 5 Bitcoin price factors to watch out for this week, first, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. As we can see, all the major cryptos are pumping and in the green, which I love to see. Bitcoin hovering just above that $11,200 support, up 1.3% for the day. We just touched 12,000 the other day before crashing back down to 10.5, and we've been inching slowly and steadily. I'd love to see Bitcoin break that 11.5 resistance and retest that $12,000 resistance and continue climbing onwards and upwards from there. Ethereum has been surging like a mofo, to say the least. Just about a week and a half ago, it was at $225. We touched $416 before consolidating, and now we've been climbing back up. It looks like it's about to breach $400 possibly again today. We have Chainlink surging up 6% for the day. It recently reached price discovery mode when it broke that $5 resistance, and from here, who knows? It can continue climbing. I wouldn't be surprised if Chainlink hits $10 very soon. I've been saying this for a very long time here on the channel. I personally feel Ethereum and Chainlink are amongst the 2 most undervalued altcoins in the market. And as you can see, they're both surging right now. XRP has been surging as of recent, up almost 9% for the day, trading just above 30 cents. Miss Litecoin up 3%, trading at $58.11. Tezos up almost 7%, trading just above $3. And BNB up 10.5%, trading at $22.36. And now checking out some of the top exchange volume. Yesterday was a sea of green. Today, a sea of red. Binance down 54% with still 8 billion in volume. BitMEX down 55% with 2 billion in volume. OKEX down 42% with 1.9 billion, and Hobby Global down 60% with 1.5 billion in volume for the day. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Bitcoin begins a new week at over 11,000 after a wild weekend saw the market crash $1,200 within 15 minutes. Will the chaos continue? Well, let's discuss it. Bitcoin's futures gaps keep building. This is one factor to keep an eye out on this week. More than usual, this week looks set to be big in terms of Bitcoin-specific market phenomena. In recent months, there's been macro factors that dictate general price trajectory, with Bitcoin showing a strong correlation to stock markets in particular after 2 weeks of much more volatile activity. However, Bitcoin has decidedly divorced itself from the action in stocks. Thank God. Analysts' attention is now turning to Bitcoin's own derivatives traders. On Monday, the CME Group's Bitcoin futures opened noticeably lower than where they left off last Friday, resulting in a gap in the market between 11,450 and 11,600. May well form a short-term price target, which it looks like we're heading right that ways. Now, if you follow Bitcoin futures, then you already know Bitcoin has a tendency to rise or fall to fill the CME futures gaps. Other than this weekend, however, another gap remains unfilled. This time much lower, between 9,660 and 9,930. For Cointelegraph market analyst Michael Van de Poppe, the area 1,000 above the lower gap was now necessary to hold as support at 10,800. Here's what he went on to share. If we lose that support, then most likely I'm going to target the support we had previously, which is in the area of $10,000, which is also the CME gap. He summarized in a new video update along with this graph, as you can see right here on your screen. The next thing to keep your eye out on for Bitcoin this week is warnings over the US dollar's downfall. At this time, with stock market slowly opening up to relatively flat conditions, Bitcoin was yet to target new levels after sticking to 11.2 over the past 24 hours. Now, changes in global economic sentiment still have considerable sway over the Bitcoin investment. This week, attention will focus on the heat between the US and China, along with the fresh coronavirus stimulus measures from Washington. That's right, they're continuing to print more money in the name of quantitative easing, devaluing the dollar. The situation is precarious. Bitcoin's rise over the past few weeks has come as the dollar sees a protracted fall, and at the time, investors have rushed into safe havens such as gold and silver, hence why gold is at an all-time high, and silver recently been climbing as well. Now, continued US dollar weakness may come in the form of a new bullish signal for the Bitcoin price action, whether or not it is merely a function of coronavirus pandemic response. Yeah, I said it, pandemic. The currency bet is mainly a bet on relative control of the virus, not reflecting the fundamental strength of the economies in question. Stefan Jen, the CEO of United Kingdom macro investment firm Eurizon SLJ Capital, told Bloomberg. Now, one news story which may have a much broader implication than merely social and political is U.S. Presidential Donald Trump's plan to ban the Chinese social media platform known as TikTok. That's right, Microsoft recently is trying to acquire it, and Donald Trump said, no, it's not happening. And Microsoft responded, we're going to have a talk with Mr. Donald Trump. Now, the video-based platform has become the target of increasing conflict between Beijing and Washington, with Trump citing national security concerns due to its operations. Now, keep in mind that banishing TikTok could impact the crypto markets. The platform's power has already been aptly demonstrated. A user-led publicity campaign to revive the fortunes of meme-based altcoin Dogecoin delivered huge gains within a matter of days thanks to TikTok. So there you have it. The next thing to keep your eye out on for the Bitcoin price this week is gold on track to smash $2,000 all-time high. That's right. The gold sentiment may act as a precursor to any changes in Bitcoin's progress. The precious metal remains at all-time highs in US dollar terms, on track to pass the psychologically significant $2,000 mark. That's right. Gold has risen 8 weeks in a row, finishing with its highest monthly close ever. Silver is also up 8 weeks in a row with its highest monthly close since April of 2013. Gold bug Peter Schiff summarized on Friday, adding, the US dollar index has now fallen for 6 consecutive weeks, with the the lowest monthly close since April of 2018. Now, last week, Citigroup analysts were less bullish on gold, giving the chances of gold reaching $2,000 by the end of the year a 30% shot. That's right, they feel there's a 30% chance that gold breaks $2,000 by the end of this year, but also consider gold is currently trading at $1,973 at this time. So if you're a gold investor, you may not have to wait. If you're invested into precious metals, let me know in the comments right down below. Now, the next bullish factor to keep your eye out on for Bitcoin this week is consumer Bitcoin interest is palpable. Hitting 12,000 over the weekend has nonetheless placed Bitcoin back in mainstream consciousness. Altcoin successes, particularly those of Ethereum, have added to press interest. People are trying to jump on momentum. The entire crypto market is a microcosm of everything happening in stocks. Analyst Maddie Greenspan summarized to the Wall Street Journal, and responding, Bill Barheit, CEO of payment company Abra, revealed that consumer interest in crypto more broadly had definitely changed. Taking a look at this tweet, consumer interest in Bitcoin is definitely growing now. Abra has seen record deposit volume since we launched our Abra interest account last week. I've heard similar feedback from others. And as you can see, data from Google Trends confirmed that price volatility had sparked a surge in search activity for both Bitcoin and gold, as you can see here, brought to you from Sku Analytics. Now back on derivatives markets, meanwhile, growing open interest and volume for Bitcoin options suggests that institutional investors remain firmly interested in short-term and mid-term profitability. I repeat, institutional investors remain firmly interested in short-term and mid-term profitability, especially with Bitcoin. Now, the altcoins, the next thing to keep your eyes on this week. Bitcoin is still tussling with altcoins in terms of profitability, with Ether continuing to crush long-term resistance on multiple timeframes. Looks like we're about to break $400 once again. Late July saw altcoins front-run Bitcoin to the delight of investors, led by Ethereum as trading of ERC20 DeFi tokens exploded. Ethereum reached about $416 over the weekend, then falling to $364 before maintaining its highest level since August of 2018, as you can see on this graph brought to you by Sku Analytics. Now, by contrast, Bitcoin did not manage a weekly close above 11,500, a psychological achievement that would have marked its best performance since the $20,000 all-time highs. However, overall, Bitcoin is looking less strong than Ethereum, according to Van Day Pop. He added this to his update: to make it or break it level, for now, he concluded, remains at $11,500. So once again, taking a look at the current Bitcoin price, we're at $11,200, just above. We need to get back above that critical $11,500 resistance so we could remain bullish and continue onwards and upwards and set new yearly highs. And before I break down this next story of the day, Goldman Sachs says gold will hit 2,300 by 2022. But what do they have to say about Bitcoin? First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at $340 billion with $85 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. Current Bitcoin dominance has been on the decline once again, currently at 60.5%. The true Bitcoin market cap, if we take away ICOs and stablecoins, is closer to 80%. And now taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100 in the past 24 hours, we have MCO surging 37.5%. I'm actually bullish on MCO, so it's good to see it surging once again, now trading at $5.47. Swipe up 18%, trading at $1.88. Ren up 18.5%, trading at 19.5 cents. Ocean Protocol up 16%, trading at 24 cents. Terra up 12%, trading at 33 cents. Hedge Trade up 11%, trading at $2.11. And Aurora up 10%, trading at 1.2 cents. Below that, we have QTUM, Loopring, as well as Bancor. Which altcoins in particular on this list are you bullish on? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out the biggest losers within the top 100 in the past day. The Midas Touch Gold down about 16%, trading at 2.5 cents. Ample Fourth down 11%, trading just below $1. Nexo, who recently partnered with Chainlink, is down 7%, trading just below 20 cents. Celsius down 4%, trading at 42 cents. Hyperon down 1%, trading at 75 cents. And Waves down 0.4%, trading at $1.59. Below that, we have some stable coins because most of the cryptos, at least the major cryptos in the top 100, are in the green, as we can see. So maybe less than 10 projects currently in the red, which is definitely a bullish sign for the crypto market. And now taking a look at the BitMEX margins, we can see the bears are in control, but barely, leading by 2 million in superiority, which is quickly dissipating. So I wouldn't be surprised if longs overtake the shorts here shortly in the next few minutes. Longs are currently trailing shorts by less than 0.01%. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators, it's the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 75 in greed. Yesterday was an 80 in extreme greed. Last week a 58 in greed. And last month a 40 in fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That can be a buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. And a great sign of this is when Bitcoin touched 12,000, the market turned extremely greedy, and then that led to a correction. So this indicator is typically right on track, and that's why I love it. And before I break down this final story of the day, first I want to remind you to smash the show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 500 videos right here on my channel. Also has some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. This is updated every single day and also allows you to download the latest episode of the show in MP3 format. Also, be sure to subscribe on YouTube by smashing that subscribe button right below this video, or visit the direct link, which is cryptonewsalerts.net. And you can also follow us on all the major podcasting platforms, including Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher Radio. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is cryptonewsyes. And for those of you active on Facebook, as I am, I do have a crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 strong from all over the world. To become a part of it, simply click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, as I am, I do have a crypto Telegram chat. To join it, simply click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Will gold hit 2,300 by 2022? And what does Goldman Sachs have to say about Bitcoin? Let's break it down. Major investment banking company Goldman Sachs says the price of gold will rise 20% to reach 2,300 before the end of 2022. The commodity hit new record highs on July 31st at more than 2,000 per ounce, but Goldman believes it still has a very long way to go. According to a report cited by Bloomberg, the bank believes that the price of gold will surge to 2,300 in the next 12 months, a revised forecast that originally predicted 2,000 due to concerns over the US dollar's standings. So they're now even more bullish on gold. Now, I want you to also consider if gold is currently hovering around $2,000 and they expect it to surge 20% or roughly $300 in the next 12 months, that's not such an impressive gain when you compare it to anything in the crypto space. I'm just throwing it out there. Bitcoin could potentially 5 or 10x in the next 12 months. So in your opinion, which is a better ROI for investing, gold or Bitcoin? For me, the answer is clear, but I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, analysts at Goldman Sachs stated on July 28th that a record level of debt accumulation from the U.S. government and real concerns around the longevity of the U.S. dollar as a reserve currency had affected the price of the commodity. Gold is currently priced at $1,975 per ounce. So this is a pretty big deal when you have companies like Goldman Sachs coming out saying there's real concerns around the longevity of the U.S. dollar as a reserve currency. What do you think may potentially overtake the dollar? That's the question at hand. Now, what helps gold also helps Bitcoin, or does it? Goldman said the measures taken by the U.S. government to lessen the economic impact caused by the pandemic, for example, stimulus payments, could easily lead to a rise in debt through currency debasement. No, it will lead to a rise in debt as it has been. It will continue. We printed more money like this month than in the history of the Federal Reserve. It's absolutely mind-blowing to fathom what is going to happen to the U.S. dollar. However, the more shenanigans that occur, the more quantitative easing, the more stimulus, the more bailouts, the more bullish we're going to be on Bitcoin and precious metals. It just is what it is. The bank stated that such conditions would boost the prices in gold and silver. That's a fact. It's also going to boost the price in Bitcoin. So let's not forget crypto. However, many other alternatives to fiat currency would look more attractive to investors as the US dollar slowly loses its value as a reserve currency. Yeah, Bitcoin's looking amazing right now. The dollar Why would you want to hold on to it with 0% and negative interest rates? It makes absolutely no sense. Now, Cointelegraph reported on July 30th that Bitcoin could be a better hedge against inflation than gold. And I agree 100%, but I'd love to know your thoughts. What do you feel is a better hedge against inflation? Gold or Bitcoin? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now, since March, the crypto has had a stronger negative correlation with the dollar than gold. So this is definitely another bullish sign. So let me know your thoughts. I'm obviously bullish on Bitcoin, more bullish on Bitcoin than any precious metal. I feel that Bitcoin is superior to gold. And if you've watched some of the debates between Peter Schiff and Max Keiser, you already know the argument gets absolutely nowhere. We have Peter Schiff saying, yeah, gold is a real scarce asset. And then you have Max Keiser coming out. No, the oceans have unlimited amounts of gold. The scarcity of gold is an illusion. Now, Bitcoin has true scarcity because it's backed by mathematics. You cannot change the code. There can only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. And let's not forget that many million of those Bitcoin are gone and lost forever. So cryptocurrency is the only asset class which has true scarcity, and I'm sticking to it. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, be sure to smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.